See if we can get anybody in here. I'm chilling right now. Captain John, what's up? I see you out there driving all these people around. JDQ, I was going to do a video answering the questions you guys were talking about, but didn't really get around to that one yet. Clayton, what's up? Gypsy out there running that team transportation. Anyway, before I even get any further, I always got these ashy knuckles. Well, not now. I'm at home. But one of my boys from the Marines sent me this stuff as a joke a while back. This is the worst lotion I've ever had in my life. If you happen to be watching this, Tony, this stuff, Williams, whatever, this stuff here, this shit is so greasy, man. I couldn't even use my phone like 5 hours after putting this stuff on. Had to wash my hands. Anyway, I'll have to stick with the ashy knuckles while I'm on the road. But I'm just sitting here. I got my son in the kitchen preparing stuff. We're going to be I got a couple videos planned on my cooking channel since I've neglected that so bad. Going to be doing some, a company called Kentucky Colonel has sent me some product a long time ago. I told them what my schedule was, how I wasn't going to probably be able to get to it. They sent it anyway, so I'm going to be doing some beer-battered fish and some onion rings. And then for my next video, I might be doing like a Guinness braised beef short rib or something if I can find the short ribs. Otherwise, that is about it. Might also do some chicken wings just since that is a simple and easy video to knock out. What's up, Big Dave? So we got JDQ trucking with 6 fats, taco truck liver. So Gypsy's out there killing it. I'm tired even looking at all you team trucks out there. I did an Asian style beef short ribs a while back. It was braised in like some orange juice and some brown sugar. It kind of had that sweet element to it. That stuff was banging. And then I had the orange slices in there. And once those got braised down, it was so good you could actually eat the peel. That's how good that was. Tommy Unfiltered. Listen, so there's some channels to take a look at out here. Tommy Unfiltered just bought his own truck. He's showing you how to make a profit buying a cash million-mile truck. He's running them hard lanes. He's up in Washington and all that. He could have that. But check him out. JDQ Transportation is over at Prime. He went from flatbed. Well, he got some sense and went from flatbed over to reefer. If there's anybody else that has a channel, we got Gypsy and the Beast. She's out there teaming with her husband. And if trucking gets to be too much for you, we got Captain John, who was a coach driver and came to Prime and then went back to doing that. So now he's out there driving everybody to casinos, basketball games, wherever people might be going. Also, check out Rich's River Smokers, West Virginia. Rich's River Smoker, West Virginia. We go back to our cooking days, which is where I kind of first met him, was on our cooking side. But anyway, I'm just out here chilling. What is it? Hey, Mason, what time is it? Mason. I guess I could look at my computer. It's 8:53 in the morning. in Denver. If you happen to be coming through Denver, we have a little bit of cold weather about to come through. John, what's up? Get some sleep. You still enjoying that dedicated run? Well, they say when you're on vacation, time really doesn't matter for that. So that's about it. Been kind of trying to think about my future plans with Prime and where I want to take that. And that's kind of been on my mind. If any of you guys live in Florida, I'm thinking about possibly getting a little vacation home out there for when I get to be 55 years and older. There's a place out there called the Villages. Think about buying a place out there and just renting it out until it's time for me to actually retire, and probably just keep this place and run out there on when it's like winter out here. But the Villages, I'm sure you've seen it if you've driven through Florida. I'm not sure if I'm ready for an old retirement community, but it looks like it has a lot of nice stuff to it. And my wife's parents live there. So, Rich, now that I'm thinking about you, how much longer do you got on that truck till you knock out them miles? Just curious about that. I did a video about training. People were asking me if I plan on coming back out and training again. I'm not sure about that. Just because, I mean, training does wear you out, and I think I did my part. But putting all them miles on a truck that you're actually buying, that's like, obviously the truck is making more money, so you got to take that in consideration. But I'm just not sure about that. Yeah, John, I think I might have helped John get hooked up with that dedicated route. I was talking to one of my boys. I call him Samson the 4'5". He used to work for Prime. He's like 4'5" tall. He'd run this dedicated route for a while, and he quit that route to go lease. And then I kind of mentioned it to John or brought it up in a video or something, and he took that route. So I'm glad you're happy with that route. But if you guys stepped in, you know, on my other channel, I do a lot of product reviews. I don't do many on this channel, but this is not the product to buy right here. It smells good. It smells like, you know what it smells like? It smells like a 1980s dance club is what it smells like. Smells, you know, gives you that nostalgia, but man, shit's so greasy, man. I mean, this must be the shit Jermaine Jackson uses, because this shit here, I mean, I could just imagine how shiny your face be looking if you put this shit on your face. So don't buy that. Stick with the corn husker stuff or whatever that is. That's some good stuff right there. But I am thinking of, you know, if I didn't have this next truck coming in, I would possibly think about training now, just because I see the backlog that's going on, and I feel for all them people that are waiting for trainers. And, you know, I could only help one person, but, you know, watching them wait around for that is definitely hard to do. It's probably not quite as slippery as Soul Glow, but it's up there, man. Let me tell you. But it smells good. I mean, I don't know what the, you know, it says it's non-greasy too. Body and face lotion. You know how sometimes if you put lotion on your face, it feels like you're sweating or it makes you sweat or something? That's what this shit will do right here. I can't believe they're touting this is without feeling greasy. I couldn't even use my phone 5 hours after using this shit. What's up, you Dizzy? Boy, that is old school right there. You dizzy. If I remember, you're up in that Boston area or something like that. I was just up there a while back. The knee is feeling a little bit better, but man, it's still messed up. And trying, I haven't tried. My wife, she's like, if you need to know anything about going to the doctor, medical, or anything like that, my wife is the one that can give you all the information on that. And she said just getting into places is a little bit hard. So I could deal with it for the time being. It's not as bad as when I'm on the truck. So like it'll feel tight when I first get out walking or whatever, but then after a while it'll kind of loosen up. So Worcester, Massachusetts, man, let me tell you, you guys are not truck friendly anywhere up in that area, whether it's just driving around or parking. This is some good stuff right here. So I didn't think this is 15 people in here right now. I know some of you guys aren't driving trucks, but I thought a lot more drivers would be out there. I know that sunlight attracts a lot of people to the road. I am drinking a whiskey. Hold on a second. Mason, what's the name of that whiskey you bought me? Why don't you bring it over here?
Bradshaw, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Now, normally this would already been gone, and I've actually poured out a lot of this stuff, but it's Bradshaw, something like that.
Terry Bradshaw.
What?
It's Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw. Oh, man, you brought me some bullshit from Man, you better give me some Raider shit next time. You plan on giving me some...
You were talking all this mad love.
Man, this stuff is all right.
And then you heard Terry.
This stuff is all right.
It ain't so good now.
It's all right. It's not that good. Need to get some Howie Long bourbon and whiskey up in here or something. All right, JDQ, check you out later. Still hoping to start Prime in January. Listen, now here's the thing, okay? And I feel for everybody that's at Prime waiting for a trainer. But if you could listen, I made a bunch of money before coming home. That last check was banging, right? I would trade places with anybody at the Campus Inn, or actually they're not even at Campus Inn. They're waiting at home getting paid. I would trade my check to go home and sit down and not have to worry about nothing and just get paid for sitting. Listen, I'll always take free money over actually working for some money. I need to get on some welfare or something. But anyway, it's not that bad sitting around getting paid. And the problem is, and I heard somebody say, I might quit and go somewhere else if they don't give me a trainer. You could be hopping out of the frying pan. What do they say? That shit? Hopping out of the fire into the frying pan or whatever. You could be doing that. So I just say take the free money. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you are right. You dizzy, small roads, no place to park for sure. Gonna need a trainer in mid-January. Here's why I really can't train. First of all, I'm waiting for this second truck to come in, so I got to plan around that. Then my wife is going on vacation in March to go hang out with her parents have a place in Mexico or whatever, so they're going down there. I'm not letting anybody take care of my dogs but me, so I got to be back for that. And when I do training, I do training. I don't do the training and then we take a week off or we take some home time. When you come to train, it's like day one and then we do the entire thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be like 5.5, 6 weeks to knock that out. So I won't be able to do that with all these interruptions coming up. Let's see. Yep, I didn't really have to wait for a trainer either, but that doesn't mean I got the right trainer the first time, Yeah, listen, that free money. I mean, I'm tempted. I'd be tempted to just like go under the radar and like hope nobody calls me anytime soon. Especially, listen, winter training is good, but I would rather not if I didn't have to. Okay, let's see. Michael, every time you're home, I'm on the road. JW likes it that way. Oh, yeah, you must be talking about my dispatcher. Hey, he promised me he wasn't gonna, ask me when I'm coming out. I told him when I was coming out. Junior Honduras, what's up? Did you ever get 70 grand for that truck? If you did, I might think about refinancing my truck right quick and selling that. You know what I'm saying? So, be in Pittston on January 17th. Now I'm sure. Well, congratulations, all you guys that are coming to Prime. Listen, I don't think you could have made a better choice. I got lucky coming to Prime. Some of you guys may know that been with me for a long time that when I first started thinking about getting into trucking, I was thinking about going with, oh, all right, Junior. Well, there you go. I was thinking about going with Night Transportation. By the way, I did just buy some stocks in Night Swift Transportation, so take it easy on them out there. I couldn't buy a Prime stock since it's not publicly traded, so I did pick up some Night and Swift, just to get into transportation. But anyway, I was supposed to go with Night, and there was some shady recruitment situation going on there, so they kept confusing me and all this kind of stuff. And one thing they'd say, would change, and this would change. So finally, I just said, forget it. Let me just go to Prime, because Prime was actually my second choice, and I'm actually fortunate that Night was as inefficient as they were in their recruitment. And they were talking about a dedicated run from Colorado, from Denver to Salt Lake City. That would try to kill me. So I didn't know any better then, but now I know better. That's a bad run. All right. So anyway, 3 years from retirement, Prime seems like a great place for. That's what I'm saying, Troy. That's what I'm doing. I'm just setting a few things up before I'm ready to retire. And Junior, I know you live in Florida. What do you think about the villages? Am I too young to live in the villages? 53 years old? I'm kind of thinking about it, because it's something I can rent out really easy. But anyway, 3 years until retirement, you know what? That's a perfect plan. A lot of people say, I just had a comment on one of my videos saying staying at Prime is like being 40 years old and living in your parents' basement. Well, just like investing is, the older you get, the more conservative your investments are going to tend to be. And it's the same thing in the trucking industry. Why am I going to put all this stuff in the middle when I can achieve what I need to achieve without putting anything in the middle other than the 14 grand or 20 grand or whatever I put down on this last truck in the hole or in the middle? Perfect. It's a perfect plan for me. So if you see me out on the road, holler at your boy. Good morning, brother. I got that trifecta the other day at home enjoying that free money. That's the best money, is the free money. It was good hanging out with you that day. I know you weren't indulging in anything, but for those of us that were, we might as well not have been, because as long as it took between drinks, you would be like 100% sober before the next drink was coming through. Let's see. I've been watching your channel since you started. You've come a long way. Man, I was just watching some of my old videos too. I was so scared at the beginning. Like some of you guys may know, I was about to quit after going through West Virginia, Pennsylvania mountains. Well, hey, Junior, you can live there and be 55 years old. I think you could actually buy there before you turn 55. So that's only a couple years away. But I was just thinking about it because it's an easy place to rent, and you can get above market there. But yeah, I went through it when I was like coming through. But I stayed on my trainer's truck for 7 months, and when I came out, it was like automatic. And I see a lot of people that are trying to hurry up and get off their trainer's truck and just do the minimum. And I'm just glad. Maybe I wouldn't have done the full 70,000, or not 70,000, 140,000. Maybe I wouldn't have done the whole 7 months, but I probably would. I'm glad I did at least 60,000 of those miles. Do I ever miss being home? All the time. And that's what I need to do. That's why I got to keep my goal in my head. And I think a lot of people come into trucking or in life in general have no goals, or they have a vague idea of where they want to be. Listen, I am laser focused on what I'm wanting out of this. And, I got to keep that in mind because, I'd rather be home. So what's this free money thing they pay you for not having a trainer? Leon, if you get your license through Prime and they don't have a trainer ready for you, sometimes they'll just say, go home. A trainer will come and pick you up. In the meantime, you're available for dispatch, so you get paid the T&T money while you're waiting for a trainer. But that's the free money. The backlog time it varies because some people could go out there and get somebody right away, and some people it takes a while. So I don't really know. But one thing I will tell you guys, if I really don't want to say this now because Prime has such a backlog, but there's not enough training you can get out here. You know what I'm saying? I've had people say, negative thing. This is the only industry where somebody is negative about you actually trying to learn the most you can about your job before you do it. You know what I'm saying? 50 plus trucker journey, man. I got to talk to you. That's another channel to talk to, or that's another channel to check out. 50 plus trucker journey is actually somebody that came over to my house, grilled up some good steaks and stuff like that. He's out there doing that flatbed action. So if any of you guys are over 50 and want to get into flatbed, there's your guy. See if you can do it. But yeah, there's no such thing as being overtrained in this business. But for those of you guys that just came in, I need to talk about a product not to buy. One of my Marine Corps buddies, if you ever see him in the comment section, Smug Monkey, sent me this Vaseline lotion because my knuckles be ashy and stuff sometimes, and says it's non-greasy, but this shit is greasier than Jermaine Jackson's forehead. You do not want this here. So that's that. I'm just sitting here waiting for my son. He's handling some stuff in the kitchen. I'm going to be doing some beer battered fish and some onion rings later. Then tomorrow, maybe some beer braised short ribs with maybe some parsnip mash or something like that. We'll see. Troy, you know what? Fireman. We got a fireman out there training right now. Go check out Trucking with Medlock. And he said that things in the fire department are very regimented, and that's how he would like to do his training. And everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. That's one thing I learned as well in training is you have all these ideas of everything you want to do. Sometimes when you get in the middle of it, it's a different story. I don't know if the trucking industry has a big ego per se, but I was talking to one of my friends that probably if I didn't know him, I wouldn't even be in trucking right now. But I was in the Marines, 1988. I met him. He became a truck driver. And we talk about stuff, and he said that sometimes truck drivers have an inflated sense. How did he put it? An inflated sense of importance or something like that. And I do think that because, we are an industry where we do not mind patting ourselves on the back. And you see it. Thank a trucker. Without a trucker, you wouldn't, all this kind of stuff, and there's so many different industries that could say that, you know what I'm saying? Thank a grocer, thank a farmer, thank a, car salesman, you could thank everybody, but we're the ones that are, or this industry does not mind patting themselves on the back for sure. Let's see. Best barbecue comes from, man, shut your ass. Anyway, what's the split between road time and home time these days? What I tell people now, there's a couple different ways to think about planning your career out. And that's kind of what I'm kind of going between right now. And Junior's maybe one of these people as well. Except he's maybe not trying to relax as hard. But, I met a guy that paid off his ACE lease with Prime. And he said now, if you was to count up all the days he works in a year, he said he only works about 3 months a year. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of thought about how long I actually want to be running like this. So my thoughts right now are to get old girl in this truck when this lease is paid off, that I'm going to have her in, which is about another year and a half, something like that, maybe a little more. Have her order whatever, if she's still with me, have her order whatever kind of truck she wants, pull that truck off the road. I was thinking about selling that truck, but I may keep that truck and then just only run like part-time, something like that. So I guess the easy way to say it is you can run as little as you need to pay whatever bills and truck payments and stuff that you have. So I think 5 weeks out is good for me. If I lived in a better freight market, maybe it'd be 4 weeks or 3.5 weeks. If I was in Ohio, maybe I wouldn't work 5 weeks out. Now I've been out longer than 5 weeks because I've been having unknown variables that are kind of popping up on me, but 5 weeks is what I like. Your freight market has a lot to do with how long you're going to want to stay out and your expenses. All right, let's see. What's this plan? And I take between 11 and 14 days off to finish that question. There's people failing in trucking all the time. You know what I'm saying? Barbecue, Elton. I might think about it, but right now, I don't have anything I need for barbecue. I'd have to go out and either buy the wood or buy the pellets or buy the charcoal or whatever smoker I plan on using. And I'm just that. I just need to get a video done. So, maybe next time I'm back, we'll get into that. And trying to buy the food, I really wanted to do like some big beef ribs. I can't find them. Let's see. Michael Kemp, Marines, 87 and 91. Those are exactly my years right there. I went to boot camp in San Diego, September 21st, 1987. What's up, Heavy Metal Halls? That is the whole point, is to maximize your earnings. But if you already, like, if you're kind of where you want to be, kind of easing into retirement, maybe you want to still bring in some income, but not necessarily work as hard. And that was one of the things I said when I came into Prime. I would have been fine with Liz, I didn't even know you could make this money in trucking. I thought I was going to be taking a bigger loss in income. And I think I said I would have been fine with what I felt that I would have been fine with half the money that company drivers were making doing what I needed to do. And so I could see me slowing it down at some point. But I don't maximize my earnings. I probably would rather put that money in the bank every time a truck was paid off than to actually keep it running, just because I'm at that point where I'm just trying to stack as much money in as I can and not necessarily worried about the monthly income coming in. All right. I watched the movie Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone back in the day. But I was probably 20, 21 when I saw that. Lenny. Guess what you're hauling? I have no idea what you're hauling, but I know that you are training right now. That's good. Because I remember when you were just coming through, going through training yourself. Oh, let's see. Unlimited Matt. All right, have a good one. You'll lie. I'll start your cooking channel, boss. My cooking channel, I need to resurrect my cooking channel. I've actually almost thought about scrapping that cooking channel and starting completely over. I've totally neglected it, and it's still, I think there's 50,000 subscribers over there. Let me take a look. I haven't responded to a comment. I haven't put anything up over there. Let me take a look. No. Hippie BBQ. Yeah, 50,700 subscribers over there. And I need to actually start posting over there rather than starting a cooking channel. Let's see. Elton is from Norway. He sent me some good old stuff back in the day. I still rock that camouflage shirt. Am I going to be home for Christmas? No, I'm going to be leaving out on like the 13th or 14th. I was going to stay out till like the 21st, but my wife has some new carpet get installed here, and I'm not going to be around for that stuff. So I was like, okay, well, I guess that's the date I'm leaving. So I'm leaving out then. I don't get the question, Mr. Zombie. If you make $24, is it okay to truck? I don't know what that is. Yeah, Junior it does do some good videos out there. He is prime royalty for sure. Any distinct difference in terminals in terms of preference? I hear Pittston, or wait, I'm near Pittston, and will primarily be based out of there. I personally, if all things were level, which they aren't level, if all things were level, Salt Lake City would be the best terminal, no question about it. It's smaller, it has more updated stuff, like even the furniture, all that. Salt Lake City would be the best terminal if all things were equal, but you'll go up there and starve to death, or it's just they haven't got that place full. They haven't got that place fully ramped up yet. So until then, it's still going to be number 2 in my opinion. They got plenty of parking. If you go out to Pittston, now you got to worry about parking and parking trailers. If you want to learn how to back, go drive up to Pittston and try to back a trailer in up there. Lenny is hauling flowers, and that's better you than me, because I don't care if Prime has people unloading them flowers or not. The coordination on that, until I talk to you and make sure the coordination is good, I'm not even going to mess with it, because I could just see that being a nightmare, even if somebody else is unloading it. And I did see Junior's, my wife's buying all kinds of shit up here. My wife be buying all kinds of shit. Hey, what's that? What'd you buy?
I bought an espresso machine that I told you I was going to buy and how much it was.
I didn't know you were talking about fucking Christmas. She's out here buying shit before Halloween and calling it a Christmas.
Lyle's all about it until he hears Terry Bradshaw in front of it.
You're home, so it's not like you're going to be home at Christmas. So this is our fucking Christmas. Are you happy? This is the family Christmas.
Mom, like I said.
All right, anyway, yep. Which customers do you think are going to be paying more than the minimum $200? I really don't worry about that, Michael, man. I just run the loads, man. To me, I feel like there's people that overanalyze their loads, and there's people that just run the loads. And I talk to both types of people, and it seems like the people that just run the loads, if I'm actually like, if, you know, because we'll talk, how much you make this week, how much you make this week. And it seems like always the people that just run the loads are always making more than the people that are out here. Well, I'm not running my truck for less than this a mile. It almost exclusively. So anyway, I'm leaving Prime. I see everyone going to Landstar. I want to see what the hype's all about. Yeah, right, Junior.
So I got them. So it was $139.
One thing I can tell you for sure is I am not going anywhere.
So we'll figure out. Is there some that are shaped?
Our new people treated nice, man. Prime actually is a good family, and you'll see a lot of these people that leave Prime are still trying to be kind of ingrained into the Prime culture. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you do have some people that aren't nice at Prime as well, but for the most part, it's easy to kind of fit in. Yeah, my wife had to charge her for some reckless eyeballing over here. Hey, you got that stuff cleaning? What's that?
It's looking better. This is done. I'm just getting my wallet and stuff so you get that.
You knew you were on camera over here trying to act like you're. What do you think of RST that pulls Prime Freight? I don't really know anything about RST. I know they drive faster. I don't deny lows. Just got a lease solo check for $45.67. That's right around where mine was this week coming into home time. Now there was a little extra from a load that carried over since they cut off payday early last week, but still pretty good. But the week before that was still good too. So. Thanks, Troy. I appreciate it. What's your favorite state to drive in and why? Minnesota in the summertime, man. Well, I love Minnesota. I love Mississippi. All the states that I wouldn't think of, well, a lot of the states before I got into trucking, because I was not trying to mess with the South. I'll be honest with you. But Mississippi, I love driving through. Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee. My favorite, though, like I said, Minnesota. If it wasn't for winter, I could just run around Minnesota constantly. Love that place. As a matter of fact, I would probably think about buying a place out there in Minnesota if it didn't get so cold. And since we wouldn't be living there full time, I got to be worried about the pipes freezing and doing all that kind of stuff. So Well, where do you live, Mr. Zombie? I can tell you what I think about driving through your state. Well, I would hope that you would be looking through there in Tanker as a team truck. Shit.
And no, I thought you were just on the phone and he was here.
Oh, all right. So my wife didn't know I was doing a live, so now you know how she really talks to me. I thought that she was like actually playing it up for the camera. Let's see. And then did Junior ask if I was happy? Yes, I'm happy. I wasn't sure if that was for me. Lenny, it's short weather right here in Denver, Colorado, too. Denver, Colorado, we may get a little bit of snow like in the next couple days, but this is the best winter. All right, Junior, I'll check you out. This is one of the best winters you could ask for in Colorado. I don't think this is going to be a bad winter. If you happen to be going through training, this might be a good winter to get some training in. Yeah, Minnesota is great, man. Good parking. Don't have to worry about parking. Now, where Rich is from, West Virginia is probably the worst state to drive through, no matter what road you're on. If you're on a small road, now you got to watch your trailer and make sure that it doesn't go in the ditch over here off to the right. And it's not like you could drive through there just relaxing, especially in winter. Can a student pay a trainer an extra amount out of their own pocket to ensure the best possible experience? There is no way you should even think about doing that. That should be a trainer's job in the first place. Now, I did give my trainer a watch, you know, once we were kind of done training and all that stuff, but that wasn't, you know, that was just something I did. There's no reason to do that. There's no way. And if a trainer wasn't going to give you the best possible experience to begin with, and that doesn't mean that it's going to be let's put it this way, the best possible experience they can give, because every trainer is going to be different. But no, I would never even think about that. Southeast, yeah, no, I got to get it. I'm not a huge fan of the Southeast either. Just keep me up there in Ohio, Illinois, you know, all that, you know, even Pennsylvania, you know, that whole like Midwest. That's what I love. Any time of year, any time of day. 78 degrees today in North Texas. Gonna throw some chicken on the smoker and chill. I'm tempted to get out there on the smoker, but I just can't bring myself to do it right now. West Virginia. I'm gonna tell you a story. I was in West Virginia, and I went to this little mom and pop like place to deliver, a place that I was surprised Prime sent us there. So I was joking around with one of the people. I was like, "Man, do people have a hard time finding this place up here?" And they're like, "Yeah, every now and then people get lost out there in them hollers." I didn't know what a holler was, or hollow, or whatever it was. I actually had to Google it to see what that was. That's how backwoods I was in West Virginia at that point. Let's see. This conversation is getting out of hand. What is getting out of hand? I did see the Junior Honduras got a GPS, so let's clap for him coming back up into the current days and everything. All right, let's see. If I get to Denver this week, I'll call you. I'm gonna go back to Maryland. Yeah, call me if you come out here. I wouldn't want to go on Midwest Regional, but for the same reason why I don't want to go on the low choice board. If everything is going great, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to rock the boat. So whatever is going on is going on. I love it. I don't want to change it. Oh, I see what Junior's talking about now. Okay. I agree, Junior. And Rich, if you want to keep saying best barbecue comes from the river, I'm going to have to tend to agree since there ain't shit else to do in West Virginia. Just joking. I mean, well, kind of. I do know that, you know what, and I was going to do a video on it. I was driving through West Virginia that day that I was telling that story about the hollers or hollows, whatever they call them. West Virginia is about the most proud state in the union. I've never seen more license plate brackets, stickers, like anything that says West Virginia on it, or, you know, whatever that particular state is, than West Virginia. So definitely proud of that state. I've been trucking. Shoot, I'm a rookie. I've been driving since 2019. I haven't really had a problem getting pre-planned. It's only a few issues. It's only been a few times. It's been enough to aggravate me on those few times, but I'm not changing nothing. I'm just everything is running perfect. And really, sometimes I want to chill more. You know, my fleet manager, I make money in spite of myself because I would just shut it down a lot of times, and he's actually sending me way more stuff than I'd probably want to take. It just so happens the couple times when I've had to wait for a pre-plan, I was in the horrible area. New Jersey. Where else was I at before? Where there was no parking. It's always places like that. So I've really never had a problem getting pre-planned. It's just when I don't. And now I know the trick. You go to your app in Prime, and I'm going to just give this to people that don't know it because I didn't know it. You know, you go – now there's a way to look at your loads and stuff like that, but if you click on My Prime, like – so it takes you – it's changed a little bit. Well, I'm not going to show you because it's too bright. But click on My Prime, and then now you go to My Pages, and then go to My Fleet. Loads show up there on your fleet faster than they show up on your loads. So sometimes even if I don't have a pre-plan, I know what my next load is going to be. So I know at least what direction to head. Check you out later, Junior. Every company and every job has issues. Definitely agree with that. All right, Elton, thanks for showing up from Norway, brother. You know, West Virginia is not my worst state to drive through, though. I mean, it's bad just because so much stuff can happen, but it's not the worst. It's who a Freemason. Now, my son's name is Mason, but I'm not no Freemason. I'm not into no secret societies or whatever that is. All right, let's see. But if some of you guys weren't watching earlier and you happen to be looking for a way to moisturize your hands while you're out on the road, this is not the product for you. Just want to put that out there. This stuff is so slippery. I couldn't even use my phone 5 hours after putting this stuff on. So don't use that. Anyway, what else did I want to talk about? I had a whole bunch of stuff in my mind. Then I started reading comments. Then I went blank. mainly people that are going through training, just relax. Take that free money and do not get too down about having to wait for a trainer. Because trust me, when that trainer comes, now some trainers are out there running, some low miles. If you get with the right trainer, you're going to be happy for every little minute you had to sit out here. Because once you get out there running 5, 6, 7,000 miles, you're going to be thankful for all these minutes that you've been relaxing right now. Let's see. You going to do a buying home video with your guy? That would be good information. I may not get with my guy, but I'll at least, I will do that before I leave, or before I head back out. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me call him and see if he'd be available. What's your goals in 2022 in trucking? Just to get this next truck coming in, make sure that truck is profitable and stack. Hold on a second. See, it's hard for me to say what my goals in trucking are because my goals aren't really inside of trucking.
I can't get your call right now. Please leave a message and I will call you by the end of the day.
Well, guess not. My goals really don't have much to do with trucking. My goals are outside of trucking, and that's kind of what I try to get people to focus on, because a lot of people focus so much inside of trucking that they don't have any goals outside of trucking. You know what I'm saying? So I guess my goals in trucking would be or let's put it this way, what's on my mind is, first of all, I got to get this second truck in. I got to get old girl in this truck and then do that. If I find somebody, the right person, I may get one more truck. So that might be as far as my goals are in trucking. Outside of trucking, it's, I'm trying to invest at least $1,000 a week, or not a week, $1,000 a month into just investments, whatever those investments would be, and then setting money aside to buy another home, whether that's a second home, vacation home, whatever you want to call it, and just have that money ready in case the market drops, which I don't think it is. It may drop a little bit, but not enough to really hold off. So those are things I'm thinking about. Not buying no cars and none of that shit. No. But that's about it. I think I might have wore out my welcome right now. Let's take a look. Okay, let's see. When you are purchasing a truck, I understand you have to pay for the insurance. How much is it? And the success handle setting it up. All right, I'd have to take a look at everything. But when you're going through, or when you're doing an ACE lease, you do have to have a different insurance than on the regular lease. They actually set all that up. As far as in simplest terms, I'm going to try to put it like this. If you're doing a lease purchase on your truck, the truck payment, at least mine, if you took all the insurances, all your fixed costs, stuff like that, are about $100 less a month than if you were to do a straight lease. Now, that being said, so I think my fixed costs are about $1,340. That includes everything. That includes insurance, all the different insurances, permit, all that stuff. Now, you put the $14,000 down or whatever it is. Don't let the down payment fool you. If you've been with Prime for X amount of years and your down payment's less, that doesn't mean the cost of the truck is less. Your down payment is less, which means your payments are higher. So it really doesn't doesn't really matter. The way I see it is the $14,000 or whatever you put down plus the amount of any upgrades basically pays for your APU and your upgrades. So to me, it's almost like you're buying the APU and then your payments are less the amount of what the APU would be minus a little bit less here and there. If that makes sense. It's hard for me to explain it. But their insurance is easy to handle. Like I said, I just had to go through the insurance for ripping and running through Jersey, and they were as easy to. I've had to use insurance with Prime or with the regular lease insurance, and I've had to use it with the lease purchase insurance, and they were both easy to use. So that was good. What's up, old Pete? Just out here chilling. Just getting things set up, or I'm not getting things set up. I got my son. He's getting the kitchen ready, and he's going to go buy some fish for this fish and onion ring video on my cooking channel. And I'm just sitting here with, I didn't know this shit was some Terry Bradshaw. It's some Terry Bradshaw whiskey. I probably wouldn't have drank it if I'd known it was Terry Bradshaw, being a Raider fan and whatnot. But I'm not much into football these days. All right. All right. After hearing Matt and Liz talk about APU, yeah, if you're talking about the lease purchase, I personally can't see a downfall in doing a lease purchase. Because, I mean, if you think about it, let's talk about the difference between a lease purchase and a lease right now. So the argument that I hear some people say is, well, I want to drive a brand new truck every 3 years and I want to get a lease bonus, a lease completion bonus. Well, if you drive a lease purchase for 3 years, if you kept it for 6 months or just ran it, let's even say 4 months. You ran it for 4 months. That's 4 months with no payment. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You made $25,000 in 4 months. There's your lease completion bonus. Bang. Then instead of getting the $20,000 or whatever that lease completion bonus is that you get with a regular lease, turn around, sell the truck for 60 or whatever, 70, whatever the market value is on the truck, or just continue to run it with no payment on it. I can't. If somebody tells me they're doing a regular lease because they don't have the money to put down, then that would make sense to me. But there's no way you could break down the money to where it would make sense. Unless you're continually training, I can maybe see that. If you're just running the death out of the truck, then maybe that makes sense. But no, I'm not saying the APU is $14,000. I'm just saying that's the way that I kind of think about it. So I don't know how much the APU is, but I'm just saying that if I was to, I think, what does APU cost? I have no idea. You can put more than $14,000 down, and you can pay it off early, but you have to pay it off in one time early. So you can't just be like, I'm going to pay an extra X amount a month or week or whatever. So if you were to want to pay it off, I would just set the money aside or put it in an emergency fund, put it wherever. And then when you have enough money in there to pay it off, then take that money over and pay it off. $70, is that what you're saying that you think that trucks are going for right now? I'm not sure. Yeah, 11. Okay. And I mean, think about this. Like I said, for those of you guys who just came in, I spoke with a guy that did a lease purchase on a truck, paid the truck off, and he lives a minimalistic lifestyle. He was saying, I met him right outside Chicago doing a delivery. And he said, man, I don't even work. He's like, I barely work 3 months a year if you were to add up everything. He's like, I've taken off a month and gone here. And then he's like, I'll come back just to run a load or two, whatever, and then take off again. He's like, without having a truck payment, you're making so much, you just don't have to work that hard. So that's what he's doing. So that's another reason to do that I think in the long run, the lease purchase is a good way to go because it does offer you that flexibility should you want it and not have to be paying a payment. All right, well, shoot, that looks like it's about it. I'm not seeing anything else come in. But we were just chilling, coming out on the 13th, hitting the road on the 14th. Need to figure out what's going on with this truck, though. That's my problem. I don't know when this next truck is coming in. And somebody had asked if I'm going to do a video of the truck, a truck tour and who my driver is. Some of you guys might know who my driver is, but I don't want to put that out there in video yet because she's not wanting her fleet manager to really know that information yet. So we're going to put that on hold. But she will probably do a video as well. I know she's not camera shy. What's that? Oh, my wife just brewed up some excellent espresso with her new espresso birthday. Or no, what's that? Christmas present. Hold on. See this finger right there? That's the masculine finger.
If you want to use these are amazing.
Actually, this is some manly coffee right here. She usually drinks that bullshit.
So you just go like this.
Straight glasses.
She's usually all about that hazelnut, like.
And then that just lifts up. They're amazing.
Mason, I need a large or 2 large onions.
We have 1.
Okay, just get 2 large onions just in case. And then I need get a Mason. I'll pay you some of this, just not now. Get a 6-pack of Guinness. And a 6-pack
of Guinness.
What are the cans if you can find the can? Like if you can find the cans, 3 big cans, or 6-packs of Guinness, and then get a 6-pack of like Newcastle or something like that. Any other beer that would be fine with the onion rings.
That was espresso.
Fat tire, maybe.
That's what I said it was. I said it.
So now I need to get the cute little cups.
We had the fucking cute little cups. What happened to those?
We have not had those for years.
No shit. Where did they go? I probably threw them away because we didn't need them. That's how I roll. I don't just have shit hanging around the house for nothing.
So,
I get rid of it.
So fat tire potentially as well.
So
Fat tire might be fine. All right.
Good.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right. Let's see. Could drivers get there? Okay. Dang, that was a good question. You have a video on in-cabin air brake. I start training midnight tonight. That's kind of specific to Salt Lake City. If you happen to be going out there, I mean, the principles are still the same, but that person that did that air brake test is actually a CDL like examiner right now. So it's 10 in the morning. What am I drinking? That's Bradshaw whiskey, and there is no time when you're on vacation. Could drivers get their deposits back since it's taking so long? if you wanted to give your deposit back, let me know and I might jump in and take it from you. So if you seriously have a truck on order and it's taking long and you don't want it, I might take that truck from you. Especially if it's a Peterbilt, which it probably isn't. But if it's a Peterbilt, I'll definitely take it. If it's a Freightliner, I'll probably take it. So just let me know. Because I'm trying to write off more money on my taxes this year. So let me know, seriously, Michael. Guinness. Yeah, Michael, let me know, man. Are you thinking about not taking a truck you order? As a matter of fact, I need you to do a video like that because I'm sure there probably are people that are not wanting to do it after a while. Oh, okay. So did you bring that to Prime before you came to Prime, or were you at Prime and then got that truck and then brought the truck over? I'm just curious about that. And are you running it like through our regular stuff, or are you on that? Are you on that other level where all them other? Shut up. Are you running with the regular Prime stuff, or are you doing the power only and all that? Hey, shut up. I think you guys need to get rid of all that shit that we don't use. That is some good stuff. I'm surprised you actually got something that could actually make something good. Well, no, because you guys are.
That's why I wondered.
Well, that's because you guys are always like buying that bullshit and hazelnut and.
You would love this on.
I'm not having shit on the truck.
Okay. Well,
when I'm on the truck, it's about sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Minimalistic.
What you're saying is he actually chooses to eat and drink crap.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, not really. I got a cooler coming, so I could get better.
So you eat frozen crap.
so you can be.
Whatever. My wife's over here talking shit. She needs to shut up.
So you can be svelte.
Okay, I leased from Prime and then bought it and leased it to Prime. The fleet isn't worth it unless you have multiple trucks. So, how long ago was Prime actually like leasing Kenworths? I know they had some coming through, and I think they might have some more coming through, but it's been a while since they had some Prime coming through.
The plant like it was wiped out.
No, my wife thinks she's funny.
And they had like all this half and half loaded up. So I did get some almond coconut milk. But if you happen to see any of the plant milk, I liked the oat one that we just got. I think that's my favorite.
All these story times are holding him up.
Yes. The Chobani oat one that we just got. That was really good. So if you see that again.
Yeah, I think you're confusing him with what he needs to get. Get the fish, the beer,
I'm not confusing you.
Oh, you know what you can get too, Mason? Get some vegetables that would be good frying them. You know all that shit them Chinese people be making?
Yeah.
Not like sweet potatoes and all that bullshit, but just like zucchini or not. It's not necessary, but I mean, if you wanted to get that.
We eat a lot of that. I do. I just haven't. And then I probably won't. I'll let you grocery shop since I bought the coffee. Shot my wad on the coffee.
You shouldn't have shot your wad. You should have been saving your wad up for a while. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know what you guys are.
All right, let's see.
I don't even know what you're going to try.
I leased a Freightliner and turned in to buy this outside. Okay, outside of Prime, then leased it on the Prime. Now I have monthly payment of $1,700 instead of. I hear you. What's up, Melvin? I'm just out here chilling, trying to get my mind ready for a cooking video later on. No hippie barbecue and cooking. That channel is so dead right now. It's actually normally. Let me take a look. Normally, that cooking channel on November, let's just say November, that channel will usually do about 1 million views in November alone. And I don't think I did a quarter of that this year or this November. So, got to try to resurrect it from the ashes. All right, let's see. But yeah, go show that channel some love. No hippie barbecue and cooking. Go look at some old shit over there. Turkey videos. Listen, if you want to cook a perfect turkey, go over there and take a look at those turkey videos. Those are literally, I have people like literally, I just got messages. I've been following this recipe for the last 4 years. You're a lifesaver, you know, blah, blah. I mean, 4 years they've been watching how to cook this high temperature turkey. You know, I don't do the bake it in the oven or cook it in the oven for, you know, we put it in the oven 450 degrees. You know, there's a bunch of different ways I do it, but them videos, oh, them turkey videos be banging. What's my opinion on UFOs? Okay, are you talking about like UFOs, or like what kind of UFOs are you talking about? Because I definitely have some opinions on UFOs. I mean, come on, let's take a look at some of them turkeys right there. I mean, this is that. Well, let's see. That top one, that was like before I really got into like YouTube, but boom. That one really wasn't that good. That was actually a good smoked turkey. That actually was very good. Oh, that was like awesome. That one right there. Anyway, come on, Mike. Let's talk about UFOs. UFOs. Listen, there is no doubt there's other like life forces out in the universe. The universe is so vast that it's like you can't even comprehend it. So even if there were people out there, I don't believe in aliens. Like an alien's going to land here in Kentucky and then, you know, all that kind of stuff. No, because you can't really travel faster than the speed of light. So even if there were, even in our galaxy alone, it would take there's too much time for it to travel to get here to Earth. So if they say that the universe has over 100 billion galaxies and over 100 billion stars within each of those galaxies, it's impossible to think there aren't any other living things out there. So will we ever see them? No, the universe is too vast. I forgot how far they said the universe was from side to side in terms of light years, but it was a number that you can't even calculate. So yes, I do believe there's, well, I guess UFOs would be different than other life forces. No, I don't believe in UFOs then. I don't believe that there's other people from other planets. Think about how long it would take for a planet, even in our own galaxy, to get here. So no, I don't believe that they're landing in, you know, like everybody used to always say they saw UFOs until everybody had a smartphone. Now nobody could see, you know. No, I don't believe it. But yeah, there's some other people out there. Maybe not people, but something. That was a good question. You know what? That is like one of the things I really get into. Cosmology, you know, the universe, gravity and time, you know, stuff like that. So yeah. string theory, you know, all these different things that are out there. Great question, dang. Actually, there's one person that, you know, because I'm not like somebody that gets all impressed. Like if I saw somebody, oh, can I have your autograph? Or I'd be all like nervous. If I saw Neil deGrasse Tyson, that would probably be the only person that would get me kind of like that. So what do you believe, Michael? Do you believe in UFOs? So Mason, what are you waiting on? Yeah, as long as you get the food back here by like 1 o'clock, because I want to do a video back when the light's still coming through the kitchen. And where are you planning on going and shopping?
I'll check in Supers first and see what they got fish-wise.
You don't have to buy it, but if you see some beef short ribs or something like that, let me know.
Yeah. What did you do?
I was just trying to figure out where something was put. The last dish that had my sweet on.
Anyway, so let's see.
The last dish, maybe Lyle did then. Okay.
Shoot, as I was saying, it might be time for me to go. Hour 16 minutes in. Finish up my Terry Bradshaw. Start making notes for my buying a home video.
Yeah, we'll watch. See when it jumps, it picks it up, and it's like.
But that is about it. I do appreciate you guys stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation as always. You see my wife replaced my picture that was back here. I don't know if you guys normally, well, not that you guys would even remember. We had an abstract picture back here that I just love. She changed it for, I don't know what the, is that some cottage, Normandy, France shit, something like that? Anyway, do appreciate you guys stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.